guy like Valdez, a lot of patience when he pitches, a nice changeup. What's going to be key against him?
Yeah, he loves to go to that sinker and curveball. He'll mix in the changeup. Elite pitcher. You saw that when he was young and when I was over there in 2019, and does a great job, works fast, tries to keep the ball on the ground, so we just got to get the ball elevated and, find a way to compete against him.
What's up with that? The two-seamer, the run value? Stupid.
Well, it's a great pitch, and that he lives by that. But he's smart too. He'll go to the other stuff, mix in that big curveball and go to the changeup as well.
Really about Nick in the cleanup spot today?
Yeah, just he's a run producer. We've seen that. He's when we get guys on base, he's had a knack for driving guys in, and looking forward to him being in there.
What was key about fitting Triolo back in the lineup at some point?
Yeah, well, we've had a tough stretch here with a bunch of righties. I don't think the last lefty I think we had was against Lodolo, back against Cincinnati a while ago. So, he had a start there in Arizona, and just need to get him back in there and find a way to keep him going. He had a good game there in Arizona, and obviously we know what he can do defensively.
Is this somewhere you like Nick going forward, like against left-handed hitters? I know it'll be different depending on the pitcher, but should we expect to see him in the field?
Yeah, I don't know about the cleanup spot. With Spence, if Joey Bart's back, just finding ways. I'm not sure how that'll all play out, but today felt like that was the best way to go.
This might be like a really common thing that you've seen, but it's just evident because, I don't know, IKF being at shortstop more permanently this year, he kind of switched his throwing motion to more overhead instead of sidearm. Said he wanted to throw more like a center fielder there. What have you seen in that change from him and just the ability to adapt and really commit to that position this year?
Yeah, he's done a great job over there. I mean, metrically, he's towards the top 15, top 10 in the big leagues, and has done a fantastic job making plays. And even a few of the errors that he's had have been 10 to 20% plays that he's gone hard left and has ended up, overthrowing the first baseman trying to make a play. He has been so consistent for us defensively, but offensively as well. And he goes over the top a lot, but you see when he goes left up the middle, he still has the ability to stay low and get it over there.
Since you took over, the starter's ERA is the best in baseball. I mean, 24 games is a pretty good sample size. They've been nails for you. Like what? I mean, they've taken it to another level, I guess is what I'm saying. Anything that has caught your eye as to what collectively has allowed the rotation to take a next step up to be, again, best in baseball ERA?
They've been so good. They've kept us in games really all year long, and the way that they're throwing strikes in the zone, changing speeds, finding ways, and it's collective too. I mean, you see obviously Paul, Mitch, Heaney, Falter, what he's been able to do, and then Mike Burrows last night stepping up and having a great game. Collectively, they're a great group, and they work hard, just like all these guys continue to work. We talked about that 2 nights ago. Yes, frustrating game, didn't score a lot of runs, but it's not for lack of effort, and they're every single day they're in there grinding. From an offensive standpoint, pitchers are no different. They're going out there working on their craft every day.
If you guys just cobble together enough to support this guy, I mean, you watch what the Orioles are doing. They're on a run right now. I think they've won 5 straight. I mean, the runway's there. I mean, if you're getting this starting and you just get enough, you figure out a way. It doesn't seem that far off. No,
it's really not. And the way that we played on the road trip, the first game back, like we talked about, a little frustrating not scoring, but to continue the role that we've got as far as scoring some runs, finding ways to scratch across a few, and when you have the starting pitching like that, it definitely gives us a chance.
I was talking to Spencer today, and we knew his relationship with Matt Haig, but I didn't know that Haig was one of the guys that got to tell him he's going to the big leagues back in the day, and he's had the same hitting coach essentially since 2022. How valuable and rare is something like that for a guy that's still at this level, still with the same guy teaching him how to hit?
Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that either. But yeah, I mean, with Spencer, with IKF was over there with Matt, and their relationship is tight, and I know that they're chipping away and finding ways to get better, like we talked about, and what a great relationship they've had for a number of years.
DK, you were talking about Bednar a little bit yesterday. Having experience, whether it was as a player or as a coach, manager, how difficult and how humbling can it be for a player who's an all-star to get sent to the minors and then have to come back and prove himself again? How have you seen Dave respond to that?
Oh man, well, I can't relate to the All-Star and go back. I can relate to going back. But I mean, you see the attitude that he has. He's a Pittsburgher. He's a blue-collar guy that works his butt off, and to do what he's been able to do, go down there and come back up like that, it's hard to do normally, but then when you throw the All-Star thing on top of it, like, it's not easy. But to see the way that he's been able to do it, come back up, continue to get better, throw strikes with his off speed. He's got his fastball velo touching 98 again and staying up there pretty consistently. And then like last night, being able to get down 3-1 and throw 2 splits to Caratini and have the confidence to do that. He just to continue to build that confidence, and it's because of who he is and the work that he puts in.
Speaking about him being in Pittsburgh, he grew up in Mount Lebanon and moved to Butler. You grew up, were born in Butler and moved to Mount Lebanon, but how did you guys cross paths before you coached him? I mean, he said he's known you for a long time.
Oh, a long time. So I played with his dad in the Federation League way back in like after '98, and Andy had a nasty knuckleball, really nasty knuckleball. I told David he doesn't need to throw that though. Just keep throwing what he throws. But yeah, I've known them for a long time, and through his college days would connect, and even through minor leagues, and you know, he's always been that guy. The guy that works hard, puts his head down, and it's been no different this year.
So you didn't have any doubt, like when he went down, that he'd come back, and I mean, did you feel pretty confident he'd be able to come back and bounce back and like not get his head in the clouds on that one?
Yeah. I felt really confident in it just because of who he is and the work that he puts in.
Tony, talking about Nick Gonzales being a run producer, do you think some guys just are better suited for that role and they can really smell those opportunities?
I think so. I mean, and I think Nick has shown that over the course of time that he's been here. To Nick's not going up there trying to do too much. He's gonna be aggressive, but he's gonna put the ball in play and stay gap to gap. He's done a great job of that in the time that he's been here.
Please do that.
Awesome. Thank